Why is it that every time world champion Karlos Nasar competes against European champion Antonino Pizzolato, or Nino, he loses?
Just can't get under it.
And yet whenever Karlos lifts without Pizzolato in the lineup, he either wins or sets world records.
Can he hold it?
Or both. Well, sit back and relax, because in this video, in light of their upcoming clash at the European Champs, we're going to look at the now career-long battle Karlos has faced with Nino, the reason why Nino's mindset might be what has stopped Karlos in his tracks, and why, for me, this is the battle of the Olympic quad. Make sure you like and subscribe for the best weightlifting content. When they first butted heads in the men's 81 category at the 2021 European Champs, the Italian Nino was somewhat of a household name for a weightlifter. He was already a European champion, he'd medalled at a World Championships too. He was good, but he wasn't yet great. The Bulgarian Karlos was totally unknown. He was also 16 years old at the time. They both turned up and put on a showdown no one expected, with Karlos setting a junior record snatch and then showing off his young virtuosity with a 206 kilo clean and jerk, just 1 kilo under the best lifter the category had ever known, Lu Jiazhen. Nino also hit his best ever snatch, 164 kilos, a kilo over Karlos, and then matched his clean and jerk for the win. This was a huge personal best for him, as though the pressure of a new European challenger had just suddenly leveled him up. Nino is a veteran and was pretty much ready to own this European category for the next few years. But Karlos threw a major spanner in the works. And then suddenly their careers separated. Nino went to the Olympics in 2021, whereas due to his sudden appearance in the sport, Karlos hadn't yet qualified. Nino went on to lift phenomenally, another personal best in the snatch and a huge shot at the world record 210 for the win. He missed, but still medalled. 5 months later at the World Championships in Uzbekistan, and the battle between the two was about to heat up again. But last minute, the whole Italian team, among many other teams, pulled out due to the pandemic. It was a no-show for Nino, and so with no one there to disturb his plan and get in his way, Karlos took the attempts he needed, not only becoming a world champion, something Nino has yet to do, but also setting a world record at 208 kilos, age 17, and crucially, outlifting the best total we'd ever seen by Nino, by 4 kilos. And so by the time the European Championships last year came around, especially with them both having moved up to the heavier 89 kilo category, there was a feeling that perhaps Karlos was progressing too fast for Nino. 17-year-olds progress pretty quickly, even when they are already world record holders. Their training and the build-up was impressive, both looking fast in the training hall. But at this level, the mind games play an incredibly important role. When you're around Nino, you sense his power and confidence. When he's competing, you would never go up to him. You'd never disturb him because he looks ready for war. He walks around like he isn't afraid of anyone. Karlos, on the other hand, looks, well, like a 17-year-old would in that environment. He's quieter, keeps his head down, nervous, sheepish. It didn't help that the Bulgarian team had him warm up 10 minutes too early. And so despite what you might think looking at him, Karlos comes across as the far softer of the two. Out on the platform, and Karlos was missing snatches, and it was getting to him. The pressure was massive on his shoulders, being the next big thing in weightlifting.
So close.
It was a better attempt as well. It was a better attempt.
Whereas Nino looked terrifyingly focused. He was making lifts.
Wow.
Oh my word. He put that right where he needed it. Oh!
In the clean and jerk, Karlos took a shot at the world record, 217, but he missed. Nino, never one to yet lose a battle with Karlos, made the lift, and he looked good for more. The best performance of the European Championships. Still, for the third time, the King of Europe.
There is no doubt, there is no question, Antonino Pizzolato is the strongest 89 probably in the world.
6 months later, and we saw almost a repeat of the previous World Championships. Nino pulled out due to injury, leaving Karlos with a chance to win.
He's in shape.
Yeah, he's in shape for a big clean and jerk.
Karlos's training in the lead-up had been unprecedented. 180 kilo snatches, 220 kilo clean and jerks, a 225 kilo clean and jerk. Huge world record lifts. Yes, on the day of the competition, he did miss all of his snatches. It wasn't smart of him to open so heavy. In fact, had he opened at 166 kilos instead of 173, he would have won.
Can he hold on to it?
But he did show how much stronger he now was. I think the reason Karlos has lost his head when competing against Nino is because of Nino's energy. Karlos is young and nervous. Nino is older and aggressive. But Karlos is getting older. He'll be 18 at the coming European Championships. He's filling out the category. He's starting to look up and around a little more in the back room in the training hall. A slight air of confidence to him. Knowing that Nino was at home watching whether Karlos would look to beat Nino's 217 kilo world record, Karlos did one of the most disrespectful things a weightlifter can do. He wanted to equal Nino's world record before taking a 3 kilo jump to and making another world record at 220 kilos.
And he's coming out now, for some reason,
217
to equal the world record clean and jerk. Is this a power play? Is this a move to say to Nino at home, your 217 isn't even on my radar?
Imagine you're Nino, watching from back home in Italy, as an 18-year-old opts to equal your world record on their second of 3 attempts.
Strong clean.
It's confident, it's cocky, it's arrogant. It's saying to Nino that he's in charge of this category now. It's the sort of thing Nino might do to Karlos. Both have been training for the last 4 months, all out for the most competitive class in weightlifting, the men's 89s. The two of them clash on the 20th of April. Will Karlos be able to break the curse of Nino, or is Nino's confidence and competitiveness enough to once more stave off the hungry Bulgarian? Get your tickets now at tv.weightliftinghouse.com to find out.
Can he hold it? He can hold it.
He did it.
It's a new world record.